So, babe, what do you think of this new style and scenery?
I'm not used to it. The wind.
I don't know. I think after a while, just kind of bored with our space, and I just want to maybe show our listeners and viewers the beautiful city of Alostar. So, hey, welcome back to Soul Food. Yeah, just want to record outdoor, maybe a little fresh
Fresh air.
air. Today is an interesting episode. I was in a conversation with a youth who was, really concerned about his friend. And I was like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? It's like, hey, DK, this friend of mine, he met someone online. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, no problem. I mean, it's a good thing, right? I mean, because we are advocates of people dating online as well. Like online dating is completely fine. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's the problem? Well, they've been talking for a while now, but they have not seen each, like this guy has not seen
Mm-hmm.
the other person's face. Of course, in this case, it's a guy and the other person is a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, so what happened all this while? Like nothing? Oh, just sending photos and stuff. And they were kind enough to show me the photo. And the photo is like a decent, pretty looking girl. Then I'm like, yeah, so what's wrong? The friend felt that his friend is being catfished.
Okay.
And I think this is a very real issue today,
Wow.
because people are dating and they want to put their best self in front.
Yeah.
I think it's a dangerous borderline. So we're gonna talk about it, like some of these things, right? Dangerous because we don't want you to just keep promoting this fake version of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? And poor guy who, until today, I think he is kind of dating this girl, but and by the way, they have video calls,
Okay.
but she's not confident to show her face. So I don't know if any
So
one
the
of
video
you,
calls like not showing
yeah,
face?
like I think show
I'm
like
so sorry. Man, I'm like a dinosaur.
like a
Because
glimpse. So what I hear is like glimpse of the face, and then the voice is there and everything. So
mm-hmm.
for me, I'm like, yo, are you being catfished? Like, come on, man. If you can't even show the face, like, how can you even like have this build this basic trust with this
Yeah.
person? So yeah, I want to talk about it, right? The dangers, and also at the same time, like we don't want to be that person that catfish others, right?
It is so interesting. That's why I say just now I feel like a dinosaur because we came
Babe,
from
stop saying you're a dinosaur. You're
we
still
came
young,
I know,
love.
but we came from an era where we met not through social media, right?
Yeah,
Can't imagine that. Like now, even workplace, like
yeah.
for me, I'm working from home. I
Mm-hmm.
hardly see my boss or my colleagues
Right.
face. Like during meeting, we'll just voice,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then now it's like okay, like to me, it doesn't make sense. How can you date not seeing someone's faces?
Right.
But then like it's normal now that
Yeah,
the life is just like that. Even social media, how can you trust?
yeah.
Like some people only have like zero posts or
The
only posting like scenery, like you don't really see the face.
the reality is that everyone's looking for love,
Yeah.
right? And maybe due to COVID in the past, or maybe due to how the nature of our life is now, people are a little scared to approach people. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
this is a safer approach. I meet someone online, but yeah, I just cannot brain like how can you not show your
Yeah.
face and
Actually, before
date
we
that
continue
person.
that, right? I want to ask you: have you ever like you see someone online? Oh, look like this, and then you meet someone. Hey, she or he look different.
Of
Have you?
babe, come on. Of course, we have met people like that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see like you see their online persona, with their photos. They put on makeup,
Yeah.
or I think there's this Chinese platform. Cat, what is it called? Douyin.
Doing.
Douyin, right? And they have all these filters and everything. Like, oh, okay. Uh, I mean, of course, after a while, you kind of know when people use Douyin, right? But then you're like, then you meet them face to face, like, oh, hello.
You know, the other day I was like turning on my TikTok camera.
Right.
Then I didn't know how to turn off the filter. I'm like, huh? it doesn't look like me. How to make it look like me? I'm
Right.
like, yeah. And then the other day also, I went out. Was it when I was in Thailand?
Mm-hmm,
Then
mm-hmm.
I went out. And I saw someone with like really heavy makeup, the towing makeup style.
Tohi,
Yeah,
Tohi
you
makeup
know,
style.
because real life it looks like that. You will like. I mean, it's. I think it's an art lah. Some people do it right,
Mm,
like there's a line under the eye and everything. But
right.
when you take picture in the camera, it looks very different. Make you look like a doll. So that's
So
why
real
when
life,
you
the
see in
makeup
real
makes you
life, looks
looks
very
weird.
different to me. Not my style. Sorry, Tohing. But
Right,
if
right,
you
right.
like it, like I said,
Yeah.
for some people, it's just a form of art that they
Yeah.
use their face as a canvas. But
I
yeah, I think in
mean,
this kind of
babe,
era,
you put it so nicely. It's a form of art, you know. But at the same time, I would argue that could it be this fear of showing your real self?
mhm,
You know, um, your real self maybe has a scar on the face, a mole, or maybe
yeah,
underbags. Is it underbags? Sorry,
under
underbags,
eye,
under eye
eye
bags.
bag,
Uh, and, and you're just afraid of showing this real
your
version
real
of
self.
yourself.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
are talking about physical appearance,
Yeah.
right? Like just now you say that a picture different and then in
Mm.
real life it's different. But what about filtered reality? I met some friends actually who in in social media before I met them face to face, they seems like they're an outgoing person and this and that.
Oh yeah.
And then when I met face to face, this person is different. Sounds a little bit more introvert. And then like some is like looks very I don't know, like looks very like in Indonesia we call it bucin like that. But
I
and
wonder
then
if
like a
that
bit
is also
weird,
catfishing or
like
not,
but
right?
realize this person is okay, like not
Yeah.
weird at all. Like why
Right. Right.
post something like that? So
Right.
this like it's like the persona that they want to show people, like the
Yeah.
personality. So I
But I
don't know.
wonder if
It's
that is also catfishing. I mean, the other previous example you given,
yeah.
like online on social media, they're this outgoing person and all. Then you meet them face to face, like, that's not you. Like, you are not that kind of person. So I think today we really want to highlight, of course, the danger. Like, if you want to date online and you met someone and, you saw them from via photos first,
Mhm, mhm,
I think it's fine. I mean, we fall in love with our eyes first, and the
mhm.
person looks nice, handsome, or beautiful and pretty. I mean, that's the first step. But if you continue on the conversation without any markers, and the markers are like, hey, at least seeing that first person in video call, or like going out for an actual date. Like, I mean, you can begin with, just online communication, but I really believe that comes a point where even if you're a long distance, different countries and all, and we've seen plenty of videos of like such beautiful romantic moments of like, maybe the girls in Philippines, the guy is in Canada, that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
they kind of make it work, and he flies all the way there, and they make content kind of thing. I think there has to come to a point where you actually meet that person,
Mhm,
right? And of course, this goes back to the word trust. You
mhm.
want to build trust. Trust is so important in a relationship, but do not fall into the trap of just, oh, that person is nice, I have great conversation with them. Yeah, maybe that person is prying on your loneliness. Maybe that person is taking advantage of you, because I've heard of stories, and I mean, we've seen so many news online as well, how people got catfished,
Mm.
and then uh via photos and all, and next thing you know, hey, I need help financially. And because this person is vulnerable, and he or she thinks that they are in love right now, and then they start giving money, start giving the number of their bank account. And I've heard some cases where they even share their bank account password, like they trust them, but you've not seen their face before. I think we have to be really, really careful.
Yeah. Uh that is a danger, right? But if you see, right, like
Hmm.
nothing wrong with personal branding. I see sometimes people show a different kind of
Oh, that's
personality
interesting. So you're
and
saying like there's a difference
facade.
between catfishing and personal branding?
That's the thing. It's very like thin line,
Thin line,
you
right?
see,
Okay.
because like some people wants to be known. Try want to try out this social media influencer thing, like
Mm,
I want to be known as someone who is sporty. Then I just going to post my sports stuff, me exercising, me talking
mm,
about health in this IG, let's say, or in this TikTok
right.
account. Then personal branding, like basically you want to sell yourself and to be known as someone who is that.
Yeah.
But that's why I say it's, like it's very thin line.
Yeah.
Like if there is personal branding and you have an intention to build your brand and to build and to be an influencer, to make a difference out there, that you
Mm.
believe in this cause, even though maybe you are not really
Oh,
sporty,
that's so good.
but you
Yeah.
believe in this cause, I think nothing wrong with
Yep.
that.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But if it's come from a fear of rejection,
Mm,
I want to create this persona where I look confident,
right.
but in fact you are actually an introvert. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert, you
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. Yeah. There's
but
nothing
you
wrong.
want to be seen like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, if it come out of fear of rejection? What if people know who I really am and they
Mm.
reject me and they don't like me anymore?
Mm-mm.
But what if the danger, right? This one is the danger. Just like you say, the finances and everything, the danger, right? But like, what if the danger is you see someone who actually like you, who is
Mm-hmm.
influenced by you, or a
Ooh.
guy who actually really like, oh, I like this personality and trying to get to know you, but this person with
Catfished.
fell in love with the persona, with the character that you want to show people. And then
Yeah.
when you get to know this person in real life,
Mm.
and this person have to face your real habits, you see,
Yeah.
and real personality. And
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a little bit harder. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not impossible, but it's going to be a little bit harder. Like, oh, I found out new things
It's hard to
about this
say this,
person.
but you don't want to deceive the person.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
know.
know you don't mean to
Yeah.
deceive, but maybe that's why like you have a lot of different IG. Like this
Oh.
IG is the sporty me. This IG
Oh.
is my me who don't care about what people say.
Yeah.
The spam account. This IG is aesthetic me.
Right.
Like
Right. Right.
I don't know, but that's the thing. Like so, you created like a community who like a different side of you. But
Mm.
human life, we are complex.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this. I have I have the one side of me where I am a mom,
Right.
and sometimes I shout at my kids, sometimes I'm like so lovey-dovey to them, and
Yeah.
sometimes I am a pastor who like talk to someone and listen to people. Sometimes I'm a
Mm-hmm.
wife, who
Mm.
trying to understand my husband,
Yeah.
or sometimes angry with my
Tries to
husband,
understand the
things like that.
husband.
Like it's very complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like to show this complexity in social media, I know it's not enough.
Right.
Like sitting on a table, spending time, you will get to know that person. So that is the
It's
struggle of
it's pretty
this.
crazy. Yeah. The more we talk about this, I realize that catfishing, or this topic of catfishing, right,
Yeah.
really opens up to so many issues. As I'm hearing you speak, especially those who have maybe multiple profiles, right? And I cannot think of the English word, but the Bahasa word is terjebak. What if that person, gets caught up
Yeah.
with this persona, and the word I got is, deceive. You don't want to deceive that
But
person.
I know some people, they don't mean to deceive people. It is not their intention to deceive
Again, that's a
people.
complex issue, right, babe?
Maybe
Yeah.
for some of them it's like posting it and then seeing the like, is seeing that some people like this side of this person. It makes them elated, make them like build their confidence, build their
Oh,
self-esteem. You get
then
what
would
I
you
mean?
say that that's like almost borderline, maybe,
Is they're feeding themselves like
I
basically.
wouldn't say addiction, but like feeling good, like getting a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And then,
But not knowing the implication. What if people really like you,
oh, that's
but
another
like you not
facet.
from the
Right.
the real you?
Mm.
Yeah. So I mean, this is very tricky topic.
Yeah. But like I said just now, deceive is one. And the other thing that it leads to is actually an identity crisis. Like you don't even know your true self anymore. Right? I think nothing wrong wanting to be a sporty person, for example.
Yeah.
Uh Last year I forced myself, and thanks babe for supporting, to get a personal coach to help me in my fitness journey. And in that journey, I began to discover, like, oh, I actually do enjoy this.
Yeah.
And as I'm enjoying this, I found a passion. Actually, I want to help others as well.
Yeah.
Maybe others who were like me before, thinking that I'm always big size, I'm forever this. And so, anyway, to cut a long story short, there are moments where I feel like an imposter, like posting things online, and feeling like, am I this real person? Because
It feels weird,
it
right?
feels weird, navigating through it. But I love what my mentor said, right? Keith mentioned about how um, when we are on a healthy track or healthy path, and we, again, with healthy intention, and this discomfort is good because we are building a new identity for ourselves. So the old identity is like threatened, like, hey, come on, man. You used to be good in doing content this way. Why are you getting yourself out into this uncomfortable space? You're deceiving yourself, as if like that. But basically, you are forming a new identity.
But I get what you mean because when I started my social media thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, social media, sorry, my skincare,
Skincare.
right? And then, like, okay, you need to build your brand. Like,
Yeah.
I started to build like skincare stuff.
Yeah.
And then it feels so weird. I also feel like,
Yeah.
okay, am I an imposter?
Yeah.
But I also build my confidence,
Yeah.
So I have a friend also, like, she was like, do you think I should like make another account just to post about that? I say, okay, what's the intention? Build my brand,
Yeah.
sell my products. Yeah, I
Mm.
think better you build another.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's nothing wrong with that,
There's
really.
nothing wrong.
That's
Nothing
why I
wrong.
told you,
Yeah.
I encourage you, right? Like,
Yeah.
babe, nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah.
It's just actually this is a part of you. You've been always working out.
Yeah.
You've been always like believe the things that you say. You always believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just now you're putting out.
Mm.
Now I think the mindset it have to be changed. Am I showing off, or am I showing up?
Yeah. Oof.
You want to show people that you are showing up. I'm not showing off.
Yeah.
So that's the
That's a
thing,
good
like,
wordplay, babe. Yeah. Are you showing off or showing up?
right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, going back to dating scene,
Yeah. But
right?
before that, right? Coming back to the identity. So as we are forming this new identity, this is a new healthy thing. Right? The opposite is also true. If you're not careful with your intention, you form a fake identity.
Yeah.
You form an unhealthy identity.
So the key is awareness, then, right?
Definitely, right? Awareness, intention, like, where are you going with this? Now, I think you want to try out something new is really good. But I think on the topic of catfishing, right? Well, we have addressed people who are intentionally being catfish. Like, that's pretty straightforward. Don't fall into the trap. But for us in this time and age where everything is online, and even falling in love also can be done online as well, meeting someone for the first time, we don't want to fall into the trap or create the trap unintentionally, for people to fall in love with this fake persona. I think it was 2 days ago, there's this famous influencer called Khairul Aming. He sells the
The food,
sambal,
yeah.
and recently he has a
The
restaurant.
restaurant, yeah.
So I think someone invited him to an event, and he was just really open and upfront. He's like, to all the influencers here, he said, right? If you're going to talk about a makeup product, like, really be that person that use the makeup product. And don't just like, oh wow, this makeup product is really amazing. I use this every day, but you don't use it.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
And then the other thing he called out so many people. He called out all these influencers like, hey, takkan every food is 10 out of 10. You go out, you eat this, like, I think a lot of people doing this content of like ayam gepok and stuff like that. Everything is 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, like semua sedap, and then they do the, I hope I can get this ASMR voice, this kind of thing. So what happened is that you're creating this distorted reality. Then when people actually buy the product, they start breaking out.
Yeah.
People start going to the restaurant, actually it's not really as good as what you shared, So coming back to being that person that we want to be our true self, even online, we have to be very careful. I'm not talking about like bearing it all and then like, this is my true self. And of course, there is also that fear that people would take advantage of your vulnerability or maybe misunderstand it.
Mm.
But of course, everything comes with discernment, with wisdom. And with that being said, maybe you should really take like two steps back and think like, okay, why am I doing this? And then go for it. We are living in an age and time where we are like, hey, you know what? If you want to try something new, like go for it. I think nothing wrong with it. Like remember when you had a conversation about you starting this platform on your
Yeah.
social media for skincare, right? I'm like, yeah, babe, go for it. I think have people around you that would understand where you're coming from, and have people that will call you out like, why do you want to do this? Like,
Yeah.
you sure you really want to go all the distance? Yeah. So I think identity plays a huge part.
Yeah, I remember it's a bit like cringe and weird. Like the moment, because I did that for I plan to do that content, right? I post every day for 30 days, I think, 1 month.
Mm-mm-mm.
Every day one. And then by the end of the month, right, I remember someone actually make this kind of comment. Oh, itu about skincare ah? Oh, Caroline loh, Caroline loh. Like, oh,
Right. You didn't
I
like
mean,
it,
like that,
right?
I'm like, that's not, that's not that's me, but I'm not just that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm like that is starting to be like
Mm.
weird to me. Then
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, so I
But
mean,
that dynamic, right? I would say that actually is okay because you're doing something that is authentic.
yeah,
You
and
be
I'm not lying. That is the thing. Like
Yes.
your fitness journey, right? You're not lying. It is who you are, but it is not just you. You
Yeah,
see, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's not everything about you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have a
yeah,
lot of things about you.
yeah.
So like I say, like nothing wrong with building that brand.
Mm-hmm.
You have a goal. What do
Yeah.
you want from it? You want
Mm-mm-mm.
to influence people to be healthier,
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to dating,
Mm.
like you want to attract people from your posts,
Yeah.
right? Like when did like being impressive, right, is making you lovable? Like
Yeah.
what about your low moment? Like,
Mm.
when did dating become like selling instead of showing up?
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's the thing, like very, very different. Like if because nowadays we can use social media as a platform for you to sell stuff or to sell
Yeah.
your ideas, right? Like at least as long as we are clear, what is this platform? Why are we using it for what?
Yeah.
Because in the end of the day, you cannot control
Nope.
people's
Nope. Nope. Nope.
opinion about you,
I mean, of
right?
course, that will be a different topic altogether. That will touch on like self confidence
Mm.
and building a brand. But I think coming back to catfishing, I like what you said, and I think this sums it up very well as we conclude this episode. Like, don't show off, like show up.
Yeah.
Like just show up with your real self, be authentic online, and if someone fall in love with, especially if you're single, if someone fall in love with you, they fall in love with that real person.
Yeah.
Like don't be that person that, hi, good morning everybody, it's 5 a.m., I'm having my breakfast and all and everything. Hey, there's like one video every time you wake up late and everything. And then can you imagine a person who is like really waking up 5 a.m. in the morning and like, oh wow, this girl is waking up 5 a.m. and all. And then the moment they get to know you, ta-da, catfished. So we don't want to fall into that trap. So I think
Yeah.
it's very important, guys. We don't want to be catfished. I think being catfish around the area, I think is pretty straightforward. Like if you know someone or if you find yourself in that position, hey, DM us, talk to us. Maybe we can help declutter and maybe clear some of the distractions so that we can maybe get to the point. Maybe find out because we also don't know if the person is maybe shy
Yeah.
and take some time to turn on the camera. So yeah, we can talk further. It's not like a straightforward kind of
Yeah.
conversation. And most importantly, you don't want to be a catfisher. Does it make sense? You know what I mean? I think it's so important. So thanks, babe, for coming up with that line. Please show up, don't show off. Well, that's all for this episode. We'll see you for the next one.